The wolf in the hangar. The mechanic wiped grease from his fingers and stepped back from the drive core. Done. Ship's ready. A beat passed. No applause. No acknowledgement. Just the oily silence of the Royal Docking Bay. Milo Vex sighed. Working for the Galactic King was supposed to be a life changer. A new ship for his services. That was the deal. He'd fixed derelicts, reassembled cruisers from scraps, even reverse-engineered a Tyrixian worm drive. All for one reward. A ship of his own. He approached the throne-like dais at the back of the hangar, where the king's envoy stood cloaked in violet and gold. The work's complete. Where's my ship? The envoy turned, faceless beneath his hood. Your payment awaits in Bay 12. Bay 12? Milo frowned. That's a quarantine zone. The king honors his bargains, the envoy said. You'll find your vessel there. They vanished in a shimmer of light. Milo's got twisted, but he'd worked 5 years for this. Whatever weird ceremony they wanted, he'd play along. Bay 12 was dark, cold, and filled with the smell of ozone and wet fur. Milo stepped inside, boots echoing. Hello. No lights. No ship. Then he saw it. At the far end of the bay, curled beneath a flickering floodlight, was a creature. Pale as snow, streaked with black veins that pulsed faintly beneath translucent fur. Its limbs were too long, its ears too sharp. It looked like a wolf, but wrong. It was dying, and beside it, on a dented cargo crate, was a plaque. Your ship. Do not touch until bond accepted. Milo blinked. What the hell? The wolf opened his eyes. Pale lavender irises met his gaze. Then, you're late. The voice hit him like an electric current. Not heard, but felt directly inside his skull. He staggered back. You're telepathic? Was. Not much left now. You're the fallback. Milo took a slow step forward. Hands raised. I'm not here to hurt you. I was promised a ship. The creature, more beast than canine, shifted with a low growl. I am the ship. Or was. Infected. Crashed. Broke half my systems. I need a mechanic. Milo stared. You're a biomech vessel? Hybrid. Experimental. The king used me to map dead zones. Saw something. Infected me. Threw me away. You're the replacement. Milo crouched slowly. You're the payment? Surprise. He examined the creature. Patches of its body were visibly fusing with damaged metallic components. Nanofiber sinew. Worn-out thrusters embedded beneath the skin. A broken stabilizer curled beneath one rib. I can fix you. Good. Do it before the thing inside eats me from the brain out. A pause. Then it eats you. Milo dragged his tools into Bay 12, set up his lights, and worked. Hours turned into days. He named the wolf ghost for its white fur and eerie silence. The infection, some sort of living data corruption, moved like a virus, converting biomech code into chaos. Ghost fought it constantly, but was losing ground. I can't remove it, Milo muttered on day 4. But maybe I can cage it. Try. Or I'll eat you sooner than later. He chuckled. Thanks for the warning. It was strange. Ghost was snarky, sharp, occasionally cruel, but Milo began to notice subtle things. When he was tired, the bay lights dimmed. When he was injured, tools floated toward him. Ghost was connected to the systems. To him, the bond was forming. On day 6, Ghost collapsed. His limbs twitched violently. Code rot symbols lit up across his body like glowing brands. Ghost! The thing, it's awake, came from a ship in the dark. Saw it through a wormhole. It doesn't belong in this galaxy. A pause. It feeds on identity. On self. If I go under, it becomes me. Milo hesitated only a second. He connected a neurocable from Ghost's cortex to his own. The moment the link fired, Milo screamed. He stood on a crumbling asteroid surrounded by stars that bled. Beside him, Ghost was no longer beast, but a twisted fusion of fur and starship, metal wings, jet black eyes, a soul unraveling. From the void came the infection, a shape with no shape, a hunger with no limit. It whispered into their bond. You are nothing. You are parts. Alone. Useless. But Milo, despite the pain, did what he always did. He repaired. He focused. He found the core of Ghost's mind. Torn, yes, but whole at the center. He reinforced it with memory, with humor, with snide comments Ghost had made, with moments they'd shared. And above all, he chose to stay. No one abandoned, Milo whispered. Not again. He reached into Ghost's mind and restarted the firewall. He awoke on the floor of Bay 12, bleeding from his nose. Ghost was standing, straight, strong, breathing deep. You actually did it. Milo groaned. Sitting up, I patch things. It's what I do. The infection still writhed beneath Ghost's fur, but was contained now, shackled inside a digital cage of Milo's design. Ghost patted over, leaned his head gently against a mechanic's shoulder. You didn't run. I fixed what's broken, Milo said again, this time softer. I was never a ship meant to be owned, but I'll fly with you. Milo smiled faintly. Partners, then? Partners. A pause. And if the king comes for us, we'll show him what happens when he throws away the wrong machine. 2 weeks later, the palace exploded. The Galactic King had underestimated his junk mechanic, because now Milo didn't just have a ship. He had Ghost, a sentient biomech wolf vessel with a grudge, a hyperdrive heart, and a human partner who fixed everything, even the soul. They vanished into the stars, tails spreading in their wake. Some said they hunted the infection across galaxies. Others claimed they became the new rulers of the fringe. But one truth remained. You don't trick a mechanic, especially not with a wounded wolf.